Now, Benedict was put in a tough spot from the beginning, replacing the popular and gregarious Pope John Paul II.
And while he never had the populist appeal of John Paul, Benedict does have his loyalists, and he has his detractors. Mike Lowe is live at Cathedral Square with more local reaction. Mike?
Good evening, Ted, and good evening, Mary. We are outside the Cathedral of St. John the Evangelist. This, of course, is the spiritual home to some 700,000 Catholics in the Milwaukee area. And today, we spoke with the spiritual leader, one-on-one, of those Milwaukee Catholics, Archbishop Jerome Listecki. It is fair to say that the news of the Pope's resignation stunned the Catholic community here and surprised the Archbishop.
My reaction was surprised, but not shocked. If you listen to Pope Benedict over the years, ever since he became Pope, you heard Benedict constantly kind of say, you know, well, maybe if there's a time that I couldn't fulfill my duties, I would resign. And people, of course, would respond, oh yeah, sure, Your Holiness, sure. But, you know, actually, I think this is a courageous decision on his part.
He is the first Pope in 6 centuries to do so.
Yeah, but you got to realize that the Catholic Church, you know, 6 centuries, that's like a weekend, you know. So, you know, you're talking about, you know, the existence of the church for over 2,000 years, you know, and as they say in the church, things go, you know, relatively slowly.
What are the qualities that Catholics should be looking for in the next Pope?
The quality that one always has to look for is first and foremost holiness. That you know, what you want in your leader is someone who manifests a sense of understanding of God's presence in the world, a commitment to Jesus Christ, and an openness to be led by the Spirit.
You told me once that if you could write the inscription on your tombstone, you would want it to say, "He led them to holiness."
You got it. You're right. You remember that. That's exactly it. Right.
I'll give you a chance to write the epitaph of Pope Benedict. What do you think his legacy is? What should that say?
Faith, seeking understanding. So, fides quaerens intellectus. So, faith, seeking understanding. That this was a man of deep faith, who used his knowledge and his ability, his spiritual sense, to help people come to understand the church.
And we asked the Archbishop what he thought about the possibility of his predecessor, now New York Cardinal Timothy Dolan, possibly being in the running to be selected as the new Pope. He said not to count out the possibility, but he also noted the Vegas odds right now are 25-1. Reporting live tonight in Cathedral Square, Mike Lowe, Fox 6 News.
Mike, if 6 centuries are like a weekend, then we have to put this into a time frame as well. There's talk of getting a successor by Holy Week. Does Archbishop Listecki think that is really possible, getting all the cardinals together and getting a leading candidate and one they can agree on?
The Catholic Church would very much like that. I think at this point it's more of a hope than a promise. Nobody's promising that it will be done by that time, but certainly the Catholic Church, the leadership, including Archbishop Listecki, would like to see it done by Easter, the most holy holiday in the Catholic calendar.
Mike Lowe outside of Cathedral Square tonight. Thanks.
The Pope's resignation will be felt in churches, schools, and charities around the world, no doubt.